What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with our Alien RPG game, The Echoes of Titans. I'm, of course, your game mother for the night, Jumbo Thick. We have almost the full crew. Our pilot might be joining us later. We're running a little behind schedule, so we're going to skip introductions because we should know who we are at this point. So let's go ahead and get into this. Last we left off, the crew has found themselves at Borealis Station, a cold, dreadful, strange place, as they came to find out that after surviving a very harsh storm that is still rumbling outside, bolts of lightning, freezing rain, and ice and snow on the ground, arriving at what they quickly found out to be a penal work camp of some kind run by Apex, unbeknownst to themselves, where the supply shipment that you were delivering was damaged in the storm. You lost 2 of your 4 large pallets of supply deliveries, unfortunately. Hopefully nothing, very valuable was in that. It's going to be great. But regardless, though, you showed up into what appeared to be a very, not only harsh time for the emergency supplies needed for Borealis Station, but also because apparently one of the cell blocks, cell block C, of course, the block that has the most volatile inmates, was currently in revolt of some kind. The prisoners had taken over the block after what you were told after escaping from the yard outside, taking the original supply drop with them somehow. You haven't found out too many other details than that, but you did meet the warden, Kresnik, appeared to be a military woman, as well as Mr. Victor Hale, the company man in his nice tailored attire and his very panache to get this done quickly and as efficiently as possible to keep things going. In addition to that, you ran across 2 doctors, one of them working in the infirmary, Dr. Patel, and another more wiry individual, appears to be more on brand with the material that they are mining and producing on site, Dr. Okoye. Regardless, though, you met all these individuals, kind of got to get their gist of what they need done at the station, what's happening. With the current riot going on, things are rather hazardous. You decided to divide and conquer, try to get things done as quickly as possible as you could. Dr. Salvatore ventured to the infirmary to aid Dr. Patel in what appeared to be very drastic state of the infirmary. Looked more like the aftermath of a war zone in there, with just people piled up, screaming, crying, writhing, black things wiggling underneath people's skin, and who knows what else might be going on in there. Regardless, though, Dr. Salvatore, you did manage to, we'll just call it, secure a sample from one of the patients, one of the guards, in fact. You discovered a wriggling black mass going up his throat. You managed to cut it out, but upon removal, it appears that it was attached to his artery or some kind, and he quickly bled out and died. You then diffused a situation with a guard that was very upset that his friend was dead after the quick surgery that you performed. And you shot yourself and Dr. Patel up with some nap relief to relieve that stress. And we kind of left you at that moment, and might be coming back to you in a little bit. But while you were doing that, we did have Captain Jack Dawson looking over the sled as the engine was badly damaged during the storm, trying to figure out what he was going to need to get the craft back up and running through this storm to get you guys back home. Turns out he's going to need parts. He went to the kind of like maintenance shop next to the mines where they house vehicles and things like that. And he ran across a chain gang that was doing some work on some modified ATVs. Speaking to one of the inmates, he got a little intel in exchange for some Big Red, and figured out that what he needs was probably inside one of the stolen supply pallets. So you're going to need to find that if you want to get out of here, it sounds like. In addition to that, we had Marshal Sweetman and Corporal Graves decided to meet with our Warden Kresnik, as she was summoned to Cell Block C, and there was going to be an exchange through the kind of static, kind of messed up wall speakers that kind of allow you to talk back and forth through the large doors that are currently sealed. Between her and the leader of the current riot, whose name is Kresnik? Oh shit, where is it? I lost it. Goran, not Kresnik. Goran Velik. You had a description of him. He was rather terrifying, covered in blood as well. As you got to see some of this on like one of the only remaining cameras still functioning inside the cell block that's kind of looking straight down at the door from above. All the other cameras in the cell block appear to be damaged or broken. Graves and Sweetman, deciding that they didn't want to do any negotiating with the prisoner, decided instead that in order to help the warden, they were going to go and investigate and try to see if they can rescue any of the trapped guards inside Cell Block C that apparently, from brief communications that they've gotten, have barricaded themselves inside the guard-like station inside of the actual block itself. In order to get there, I believe Graves, you had the idea to use the duct system beneath. Essentially, it's kind of like a water trough for all of the melting ice and things from the outside that gather and kind of go underneath, and they funnel into a large, or not really large, it's more like a crawl space, graded crawl space that funnels the water back outside to be dumped over the cliff face down away from the station. It would also have refuse and who knows what else inside of it. But regardless, though, you decided to jump on in. Graves and Sweetman. Graves attaching the silencer to his pistol in the process, as you all were stripped of anything too high caliber or explosive, as possible damage to the station was a concern. But we left with the two of you hopping down into the foul-smelling water that has a black, oily sheen along the top of it. You did have to cut your way in with the actual torch that Graves has with him. You had to actually cut the panel away because everything was just welded in place. You drop in. You hear the sounds of distant muffled screams and who knows what else going on as you trudge your way down. Graves' flashlight illuminating and Sweetman's eye kicking in its more enhanced vision as you move down the corridor. Who was in the lead? Because it's not going to be, it's too tight for you guys to be abreast.
I reckon if I've got somewhat enhanced vision, I would take lead just to maybe get a better scope.
Marshall, did you take your shotgun?
I don't think I took the shotgun.
You can.
I took my stun baton, and
I forgot to give you guys something now that I'm mentioning this.
Yeah.
You guys can get stun grenades. They had those in the armory, so if you guys want a stun grenade, you can have one.
Let's just say we took some.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
way those work is whenever they go off, just like a grenade, instead of doing damage, any human in a short range has to make a stamina roll or become stunned, and you just basically you lose a long action. What's it called? Not long action. A slow action, which is pretty much all the good stuff outside
If we
of
do what
running.
now? If we use
If
a
you
stun
if
grenade,
you're
we
in the
lose our.
blast radius and
Oh,
you
because you're stunned.
fail the stamina
Yeah.
roll,
Yeah.
you're stunned and you lose a slow action in initiative, which is like shooting your weapon and like all the fun stuff. So
All the stuff you would want to do.
yeah, instead you just get just your one fast action and that's it. So mechanically, you guys can each have a stun grenade,
Shoot.
and we are
Just
trudging
one
in.
each.
Yeah, one apiece.
Okay.
All right, as we're making our way in, I've got a little thing for you guys. So you make your way through, trudging as best you can, and it looks like you come to a T intersection where you can either go right or left. To the left, and you're beneath. There are some grates to kind of look up, and you can hear. You're having to be as quiet as you can right now, which we might have to roll for in a second. But for now, with everything happening and the current negotiations going on at the front of the door, most of the prisoners are somewhat distracted, let's just say. But you do hear like boots and things walking around above you, and cursing and other things thumping and water dripping from around you, and there's a lot of ambient noise as you're moving as quietly as possible. But you come to this intersection. You can make a right or you can make a left. You're not exactly sure which direction the guard station is, but you can do your best. If you want to try to determine that with the most accuracy, one of you can give me an observation roll.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your jab.
Go ahead and give me an observation roll, Marshall.
What's our stress levels right now, my friend?
You should
What we had before?
have.
I have 2.
You should have 2. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I feel like. All right, so let's see what the old rolls have in store for us now.
Let's see.
Give me my wits and my observation and my 2 stress dice, and away we roll. Bam! Oh, that sucks. That's
Yes,
I had 3 successes and 1 facehugger on my stress.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a panic roll.
Panic at the Disco.
I think I'm going to not make this as harsh as it has been.
It's a 5 on my panic roll.
Well, you're going to fail, unfortunately.
But because that's more than my successes. Is that how that works?
Oh, no. Is it 5 total?
Yeah.
5 total, you're good. Yeah. With a 5 total, you are keeping it together. All right.
Okay.
All right, so that's good. I'm not going. So if you guys have to roll a panic roll, I'm not going to automatically give you guys a stress unless the panic roll says you get one. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that way we're not compounding the stress exponentially like we have been in the past. Just we're going to test this out. All right. So with that, Sweetman, with 3 successes and keeping it together, you feel a tremor for a second, Sweetman, as you feel like as you're listening, you almost hear whispering, and it's not coming from above. It appears to be coming from the water for a moment, and you kind of tense for a second. But with 3 successes, Sweetman, you hear coming from the left is more of the direction of the most people. And you think that is more than likely in the direction of the main door. So going right might be your best option.
course I'll, you know,
All right.
give
And you
some
begin to
hand
head that
signs.
way.
We're going to the right. Yeah.
That's when you head to a point where there's a grate and there's a dead end. It kind of stops here. The remaining parts of the tunnel system are too small for a person to fit through. They decrease to the point of like smaller pipes, probably leading to the bathrooms, more than likely throughout the cell block. But you see a grate above you, and you need to remove it quickly.
Great. Yeah.
There's a grate, and it has to be cut through with a torch.
Well, it's a good thing I know someone with a torch.
And we do. So I'm going to need
That's me.
Graves to give me a heavy machinery roll with your torch. However, you're going to need 2 successes to keep this quiet.
And the torch gives you +1. Is that
Gives
right?
you, I think it's a +1. Let me make sure. It might be +2. Mechanical cutting torch. Where are you? There you are.
Just realized my Space Ranger shirt is oddly appropriate for the game tonight.
I think it gives you a +1. I don't see it on here though. A torch, cutting torch, you want to stay alive. It actually doesn't. We've been playing it as you do, and it doesn't give you anything. You have to make the power supply roll after using it, though.
Okay.
So just make your heavy machinery roll. I thought it did. I'm not seeing it though.
Oh wow. Well,
you can cut someone with it though, if you would like to. It's considered armor piercing as well.
Interesting. I rolled of my 7 dice.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled 4 successes.
Dear Lord.
I know. Let me roll my panic though. I haven't.
Okay. Roll your stress.
3. So,
3.
Yep.
All right. So it takes 1 just to successfully cut. With the other 3, you can do this quickly. You can also do it quietly, and you can make it to where you don't need to roll for this exact situation again, like getting through this grate again.
Okay. I'll do that then.
All right, you cut through very quietly. Move it upwards. Go to peek your head up, Graves. And what you see beyond is the cell block. I have a picture I sent you guys, I'm pretty sure. Enjoy that. Inside cell block C, the air is thick with sweat, ozone, and the faint chemical tang of something metallic or not. The central corridor runs between rows of reinforced cells, most thrown open during the riot. Flickering lights stutter above, plunging the hall into darkness every few seconds. Makeshift barricades of bunks, trays, and scrap steel choke most passages, while prisoners' voices echo in rising tides of jeers, chants, and wordless screams. At the far end, the mess hall has been seized as their stronghold. Overturned tables and barricades, bristling with improvised weapons. The walls of the isolation cells, which is actually the opposite way that you guys could have gone, are smeared with black streaks, spirals, and symbols that look disturbingly like circuitry. In the maintenance crawl space where you just came out of, you can still hear the steady drips, carrying with it the faint shimmer of oily black ooze. This isn't a riot anymore. It feels like a crucible, a place where violence, desperation, and something far stranger are shaping the prisoners into something new, maybe even something dangerous. kind of peek your head out. Pull yourself out of the grate. It's a little tight, but you've cut enough of the grate away where you and Sweetman can pull yourselves out. And it is dark with like large barrels that have just shit burning in them for illumination out in kind of like the main mess hall area. You're in an open cell there's open cells around you, and that you look to appear and be in one of the offshoot cell block corridors. And because you chose so well, as you look back towards the mess hall, you look to the left, close to not close, but within eyesight of the large exit barricaded doors. You do see what looks like a small building that more than likely is the guard station. So what are we doing, Graves?
Probably sneak it over to the guard station if we can.
Give me mobility roll.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Graves and Sweetman with the mobile.
Yes. Give me some mobility rolls, and I'm going to
Okay,
roll
well,
some
that sucks for
observation
me.
rolls to see if anybody spots you.
Oh, I feel spotted. I have one face hugger on my stress, but one success also.
Okay.
I got 2 successes and no fails on my stress.
All right. So 2 for you, 1 for Sweetman. Go ahead and make a panic roll for me, Sweetman. We'll see if you give us away or not. As long as you don't roll a 6.
I keep it together.
Keep it together?
Keep it together.
Sweetman still keep it together. A little on edge, but
I gotta
managing
say,
to-
not a sponsor. Demi-Plane's alien character
setup,
stuff.
pretty good.
It's good stuff. If we were playing as a whole group online, it'd be good stuff.
So, keeping it together. Graves,
Keeping it
moving
together.
quietly, taking the lead. You drawing your weapon of choice, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, I believe I've got the my pistol out and knife.
Okay. And the knife.
They're silenced currently,
All right.
so I have my
Sweetman.
pulse
What are you
rifle
doing?
behind me. The prison pulse rifle.
Yeah,
I don't think I took a pulse rifle.
you did not.
So
You have your shotgun. You also have a stun baton.
Yes.
The reason why I'm asking is it might be important should something happen. What is in your hands currently?
Yeah. I would have my stun baton definitely in my hand because I'm not going in there trying to kill nobody, but and I definitely don't want to give the my thinking. I can't necessarily remember my decisions, but my thinking previous session was to not bring anything that the inmates could probably use to turn against us. So
yeah, well, that was one of the reasons why like you guys were stripped of grenades and stuff like that, just in case you don't want to give them
but I'll be carrying my
explosives.
baton
Yeah.
with my with my my hand cannon on standby.
Okay, so
45.
we'll say that you have the baton in one hand and you're kind of you're following Graves, ready to assist if something needs to happen, but you're moving as quietly as you can. Graves, roll me a d6. Cannot hear you.
2 is what I
2.
rolled.
Would you like to use yours or mine?
Mine.
Oh, all right. All right. This is what you get. As you're moving in that direction, you begin to hear the conversation happening at the front door. As you know that the warden is trying to keep God, I keep blanking on his fucking name.
The warden or the
The warden is trying to keep Velik busy, the leader of the prisoners.
yes, Velik is the name of the prisoner.
Yeah. So he's currently at the front, and there's a large gathering of people around him.
Mhm.
Now, what you begin to overhear is a discussion. It's echoing loudly. You hear looks like, pull it up real quick. That is wrong. Damn it, man. Here we go. All right, you hear Velik at first. You've bled us dry long enough, Warden. No more broken backs in your mind. No more guards treating us like dogs. You want your people back? You want your precious supplies? Then here's how it goes. The work stops until we say otherwise. My people eat first. My people sleep dry. And none of us set foot in those shafts again. You hear more crackling through the wall speaker. Then you hear the warden's voice. You don't get to dictate terms, Velik. You think you've won because you got a couple guards trussed up? Because you stole some crates? All you've done is dig yourself a deeper grave. Hand them over now and I might just let you walk away breathing. You think I'm afraid of dying here. We already live in your grave. At least I'm giving my people a chance to claw their way out. You want them back? You'll give us what we're owed. No more resin shifts. No more beatings. And a ship. You've got transports. Don't lie to me. A ship? You've lost your damn mind. Even if I had one free, you'd never survive out there in the storm. You'd freeze before you hit the ridge. Better to freeze than rot chained in your mind. My followers believe the resin speaks to us. It's not just rock, it's alive. And it chose us, not you. Give us what we demand, Warden, or I'll feed your guards to it and let the resin show them what it whispered to me. You hear more crackling, and there's a pause. You're bluffing. You have to be. My people. And then you don't hear much else. But then you see what looks like a group of prisoners behind the spokesman, as I like to call him, have what looks like two individuals strapped down to what looks like two gurneys that were more than likely part of the sick bay and the guard station that's out here for some reason. And they are wearing the Under Armour attire of guards. They are both strapped down, and they're currently being wheeled into view of the cameras. You watch as Velik moves over to the guards. You can see the blood kind of glimmering off of his sweat-stained skin. Sweetman and Graves. Sweetman a little bit better with his more enhanced vision, as he pulls what looks like a large shiv that's been turned into like a massive knife. And he begins to trace it along the men as they shift and try to break free of the haphazard bonds keeping them in place, as the other prisoners around them just kind of laugh and snicker and point jabs and things at them. All this happens, and then he says, I think maybe we should have a little fun. What do you think, Warden? Who knows? Maybe I'll give him over to Marco. Or Koval. He could always use more for the pyre. Maybe we could get some new converts. Stain's been looking into that. Or maybe I'll just have the shade end him right here and now. You've got 6 hours. No more, no less, Warden. Before I start cutting. And the men are wheeled away towards the barricaded section of the cell block. Unless you guys are intervening in some way.
How many prisoners are kind of gathered around? A bunch, right?
Yes. Rough estimates, you see at least 13 men, not counting Velik.
Yeah. 13 is a lot of dudes.
Who don't necessarily, I mean, not knowing what they're charged with or why they're incarcerated, but no one deserves to live or be treated this way.
That's true. It's very true.
It isn't like their arguments are unfounded.
It's true. There's some good arguments,
But we gotta have order.
Yeah, it's true. Are they wheeling them towards the guard station? Towards
No.
where? Or no?
No.
Okay, someplace different.
They're going towards the barricaded section in the back of the mess hall.
Okay. And they're gonna kill him, probably.
Well, he said 6 hours. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well,
And they still don't know we're here.
no, I don't
As
think so.
far as you know.
Yeah.
I guess we try to. I think we try to hide. I guess probably. Observe
Okay.
for now, at least.
You're observing. You move over to the. Are you guys moving towards the guard station?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
As you're moving your way towards the station, that is when you no, we'll save that for later. That's gonna be fun. All right, so we're moving towards the guard station, so we'll just get to that. The guard station itself looks kind of like a bunker inside the chaos of Cell Block C. A narrow prefab room reinforced with steel shutters and bulletproof glass. Through cracks spider-webbed across its surface from repeated impacts. The overhead fluorescents flicker weakly, bathing the space in a jaundiced half-light and make everything look sickly and worn as you become close. You're sneaking up to it. There's a couple men kind of like lounging nearby. It looks like some of them are sleep. There's 2 guys sleeping just across from the guard station. Not sure what they were doing, or maybe they're supposed to be watching the place. You're not sure. But there is a single person leaning against the side of the guard station outside of it. And they're currently smoking a probably contraband cigarette of some kind. As they exhale, the flicker of light and the like sporadic darkness reveals a woman's face wearing a prisoner's uniform.
Is this a co-ed prison?
It
Guess
is,
so.
Apparently.
which you're not sure. And now that with that realization, Sweetman, because that's not standard procedure for most places, you can only imagine what is happening inside this cell block right now with no order in place.
Yeah. Not a lot of good things, I would imagine. Um. Hmm. And did we make it to the guard tower?
You're there. You're not sure how you're going to get inside. The door, the main door that you see on the outside, is facing the two men sleeping across the way. Maybe you could get the door, figure something out. Maybe you could get the guards to open it for you. Not sure. But there's a woman that you're going to have to get past in some way, shape, or form. Can you tell me what you're going to do?
Uh-huh. Jeez. Bit of a pickle. Don't want to hurt her. Doubt she's up for negotiation.
Why do you not want to hurt her, Sweetman?
Well, because she hasn't done anything wrong to me.
She could be a triple murderer, or an arsonist, or who knows what else. This isn't a place for nice people, Sweetman.
Look, you ask what you've been accused of, not what you did. Okay? When you talk about why people are in some places, what were you accused of? Not what did you do? See what I'm saying? Because, look, Sandy, ever the diplomat, doesn't want to hurt anybody that don't need hurting. And these people have been under, unconscionable circumstances, regardless of prison. And I hate the company, and they're doing that to these people. So, I'm kind of, I'm kind of on the side of the prisoners a little bit in principle, but maybe not each individual prisoner, but them as a collective in their experience.
Sweetman is mulling this over.
Yeah. Conflicted Sandy. Sam softened him up a bit.
What are you guys gonna do? The two of you have to come to a decision.
Is it only the one person?
She's the only person awake that you can see. The other two people appear to be asleep.
So
can I try to sneak up behind her with the knife?
Yeah, yes. I was gonna do something similar and pull a shh kind of thing.
Graves, you go to move up.
Maybe I'm gonna make a chat.
I'll use your previous roll.
Okay.
Unless you want to roll again.
I feel like I rolled pretty well, didn't I?
Yeah, you had 2 successes.
Okay, I'll stick with that. It's pretty good.
Okay. I'm gonna roll her observation. So Sandy had 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
You go to move up, and you approach from the darkness, the more blind spot, not towards the center. And as you move up next to her, you're pushing yourself kind of against the outside of the guard station. There's this weird black, almost like graffiti, a strange pattern along the wall as you kind of move past it. It seems to be not paint, though. As your hand brushes across it, it smears liquidy. But you come up behind the woman, and as you get close, you hear as Sandy's stun baton kicks up for just a second. As it kind of brushes against him, it kind of activates for just a moment. In that moment, she goes to look back, but you're already there, Graves. Grab her. Give me a close combat roll, Graves.
Close combat roll, okay. Bonus with my hand, my arm.
You know what? Since I give you the penalty for using it every time, sure.
Okay.
The one time you get a bonus for it. I may have dumped some XP at the close combat myself.
All right, that would be 2 successes. And stress roll. One sec.
Okay, let's see how the stress goes. Let's see here.
5. Not a success or fail.
You're good. You're good. So Graves, you move up and with precision move up and put your hand over her mouth, silencing her, get the knife up to her throat, and slam her against the wall. She struggles for a moment, and she seems more wiry than you were expecting, but you manage to keep her still. Barely.
Mhm.
But you have a prisoner. Her
I'm
eyes are
going to-
wide and like in shock as
Yeah.
she sees you there. Then she looks at you, and there's almost like some recognition that you're not another prisoner.
Yeah. I'm going to whisper to her, guards.
Do you remove your hand from her mouth?
Yeah, as I press the knife closer to her neck.
He watches her stress is building up in this moment, Graves. As you pull your hand away, and they're inside. What's left of them?
Oof. Does it look like there's any inside? When like looking towards inside, does it look like there's any kind of like key code or
It looks
lock?
like there is like the shack was designed so that nobody could just break in easily. It looks like they've been pounding on this thing trying to get inside.
Okay.
It looks like it's probably bulletproof glass, and there's just shatter marks all over it where they couldn't quite break it. And
Okay.
there is a mechanism on the door that it looks like they've been trying to pry open, but they didn't have the right tools to do so. And
Okay, I
there's some
misunderstood. I
kind of
think.
magnetic lock keeping
Okay.
the door in place.
So they haven't broken inside already. I
No,
thought
they
they had
haven't.
already captured as you. Okay.
No, you're not sure where those other guards came from, but they're not the people from inside this shack.
Okay. How many others are sleeping around currently?
You see the two men across the way, and they haven't been notified yet. You don't see anyone else in your near vicinity outside of, you're not sure who. There could be people sleeping inside the cells that are just in complete darkness, or there could be people anywhere. It's hard to tell. This is a hazardous situation, to say the least.
Yep. I am going to how many of them? I'm sorry. How many of you are there
What do you
around
mean?
here?
What do you mean? The whole
Around the
block.
guardhouse.
Or in the Village just has me and those two watching the place. They've been in here for a few days.
Is there rules for trying to knock someone out? I don't know if there's like prize rules or
no. If you're trying to be
okay.
non-lethal, you can try to render someone unconscious without hurting them, without killing them.
Okay. I am going to.
I can tell you right now, you could do a chokehold, and a person takes 1 point of damage every turn.
Yeah.
Until they're just unconscious.
Yeah. Okay. But they be screaming, I guess, or if I choke her, will she be
choking? I'm not going to be
noise?
able to scream, but
Okay.
you know, it's not going to be super fast. Like if you want to punch her in the face and knock her out, there's always that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Dr. Salvatore would feel about you punching a woman in the face, but you know, do you?
Yeah, I will I'm gonna try to. I think if I think punching her would be more quiet, I'd punch her. But if it's
From your
choking,
training, the quietest way would be to just put her in a sleeper hold. And
okay, then I'll do that. I'll do that then. I'll try to put her in a sleeper hold.
With your superior strength and the advantage you have right now, you just wrap her up, and then within pretty quickly, you feel her go limp, and you just let her go, and she just kind of slumps against the side of the guard station.
I'm gonna put her in restraints, my little zip tie restraints.
Okay. Hands?
Yeah, just hands.
No feet? You got a hog tire?
I've got several, so I'll put her feet too.
Okay. Hands and feet.
And then does she have any guns on her or anything?
She does not.
Okay.
You're gonna search her?
Yeah, just like a quick pat down, not like an extensive search. This is real quick.
I need you to give me a we'll call this I'll let you know. Observation roll.
Observation roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Patting her down.
I don't have a great observation.
I hope you pass.
I fail on my regular roll. I will roll my stress. And I don't draw a face hugger, but I don't succeed either.
So 5. No success. Do you want to push the roll? Go up 1 stress and see how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll try.
Reroll it all plus 1 stress.
Okay. Got 1 success on the regular roll. Now 2 stress.
Okay.
I got another success on the stress.
Okay. Good.
No fail.
Good. Sometimes that stress kicks in. You go to pat her down after you zip tie her, and you find, as you're looking over, you don't find any weapons actually.
Okay.
But what you do find is, as you're patting her down, you feel something metallic, and you carefully move her shirt back, revealing a set of needles and syringes filled with some kind of black, inky substance.
They've been injecting this shit. My God.
And should someone have not been careful, they may have been
pricked myself
by it.
I'm gonna put some in a little satchel so I can take it back to the doctor.
You grab it and you have it, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And you kind of put it in your satchel. Junkies, yes, exactly. All right. Now, what are you guys gonna do now?
The other 2 guards, I'm going to go over there and use my knife on their sleeping forms. Not guards, but
the prisoners?
Yes.
Okay, you move up to the first one. You get your knife ready. I need you to make me an empathy roll. To just roll your empathy. No stress. You just roll empathy.
Just empathy. Okay.
Oh no, you have to roll your stress too. You have to roll your stress too.
Do I have to roll stress too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just empathy is just the attribute.
Just the attribute.
Okay. I don't get any successes.
When you go to kill a person, no successes?
Nope.
Did you fail the panic or the stress roll?
Mm-mm.
That's good.
Just a 2 and a 4.
So if you want to kill somebody, you have to fail the roll.
Okay.
So Graves, you move over to the first man, take the knife out, and Sweetman, you're watching all of this happen, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I am.
You watch as Graves moves over, grabs a hold of the first guy, and just slices him. clean it away. It's not so much a slice. It's more of just like a stab straight in the middle of the throat. And you watch his blood just begins to... And there's just nothing coming out. It's
Oh.
just bubbling out of his throat. He's kind of thrashes around for a minute as Graves uses his enhanced arm to just hold him down for just a couple seconds before the guy just stops moving. There's blood splashed all over Graves. Then he moves over to the second man and does the same thing.
Sweetman would never question the motives of Graves. Never.
So you're kind of watching all this take place, Sweetman, trying to keep an eye out, literally, as you're looking around as Graves finishes his nefarious deed.
That's what the mission's called for.
Sure.
We got to settle this whole thing down.
So, what are you doing now?
Moving forward.
You approach the shack, the guard station. You can't really see inside through the spiderweb cracked glass, the graffiti on the outside. The only access, as far as you can tell, is the door. If you had the proper tools, you could
Like a cutting torch.
you could cut your way through it, or somebody could use
Contact.
less aggressive means, a comtech roll, essentially.
My contact is virtually non-existent.
Too bad
So-
you and Sweetman are not the best at this, but
No, I got a cutting torch.
it is what it is. Maybe, if you're lucky, maybe someone could hear you on the other side, and maybe you could convince them that you're there to help.
I was kind of hoping I could we could tap on the window,
You can.
with just tap on the window in a Morse code or something. I don't know. Is Morse code common amongst
Probably not super
spacefaring
common.
folk?
Probably not
Okay.
super common. Yeah, communication is so sparse in and out that it's going to be hard to really do anything else.
Could I
Ask
could I take my PDAT and type a message on my PDAT and not send it necessarily, but have it on the screen?
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
the
of course you
screen
can.
against the window.
Yeah, trying to look for a spot that the glass isn't so messed up.
Yeah.
You kind of type in a message. What does the message say, Graves?
It's gonna say Colonial. It's gonna say Colonial Marshal. And no, I was just gonna say Colonial Marshal sent in by Kresnik.
Yeah, Warden Kresnik.
By Warden Kresnik. I don't know how much I could put on the PDAT, but
Yeah. Okay.
put that just on that.
And you kind of place it against the kind of cracked glass. Give me a manipulation roll. I will give you +1 to the roll because of the interesting device kind of maneuver that you're trying. You are rolling your stress with this.
Yeah. Okay. It's not great. I don't know. Before I do it, I might just use my story point. If it's
You could do that.
You
could do that.
My
Okay.
MVP is not very high.
All right, you go ahead and place it up there. You hear you hear two voices inside. It's a fucking tricker. There's no way. How the hell would they get something like that in here? I don't know. Maybe they stripped it off one of the guys. I don't know. You saw them dragging those guys from outside. I think we got to do this. Be ready. The door, you hear this loud buzzing noise as it clicks open. You guys go moving inside?
Yeah, I guess we probably would need to move inside.
Quickly move
Yep.
inside and close. And Sweetman, I'm
Oh,
assuming you're the last one in.
Yep.
am I close enough to grab that prisoner woman?
Yeah, if you want to take time to do so.
I'm
I
gonna
could
try to
bring her
reach.
in too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like drag her in because I don't want her like
Okay.
screaming or something when she
Grab a
wakes up.
hold of the woman and drag her with you. Pretty
Mhm.
easy with your enhanced synthetic limb. You grab a hold of her and just drag her with you as you move inside.
I probably
You
should
move
have.
into the actual shack, and what you see inside, you see three guards remain. Two of them slump against the wall on bloodstained bedding torn from their cots. One of them lies unconscious, pale and feverish, a bandage at his side already soaked through. He also has the other wounded man clutches a shotgun across his lap, pointing it in your direction, face gaunt with pain and exhaustion. The third, the only one still on their feet, has a pistol trained on the two of you, eyes red-rimmed from lack of sleep. The air is heavy with the stench of sweat, blood, and stale smoke from their last few rationed cigarettes. A corner cabinet that once held supplies now hangs open and empty. The little food they had has been eaten, the scant medical stock long since used. What remains is desperation. They are bone-tired, hollow-eyed, and starving, but not broken. Talk of escape died with, well, we'll get into that in a minute. But for now, you see across from you, the one holding the gun on you is you see the name tag reads Elias Varga. Yes, sir. How the fuck did you get in here? Is the warden? Can we leave? Why'd you bring that prisoner in here?
I'll let old old Sweetman do most of the talking here. I'm just gonna secure
So Varga
the
appears to
prisoner.
be in his mid-30s, stocky, pale skin, deep shadows under his eyes, a
Yeah.
ginger stubble, gaunt cheeks, and a very haunted, hollow look to his eyes. You see his eyes shifting between the two of you, almost as if his paranoia is kicking in,
Mhm.
looking down at the unconscious woman.
I'm just gonna say, this is Marshal Sweetman. I'm Vargas sent us get you guys out.
All right, all right. I'm Elias Varga. That over there, the man with the shotgun. You see a man, late 20s, wiry frame, short black hair, plastered with sweat. Just the wound kind of still bleeding. Uniform is torn, and his chest is just spattered with dried blood. Huh. I guess they finally sent in the cavalry. 2 men and a fucked up prisoner. That's just fucking great. Oh shit. Where are my manners? I would stand if I could. Jonah Sue.
You can't
And
stand.
this lovely woman next to me, and you see the unconscious woman in her early 40s has a gut wound. Her eyes are kind of fluttering open and closing. She seems to be whispering. There's sweat just dripping off of her. She's very broad-shouldered, dark hair plastered to her face. Her armor vest is cracked and just blood-soaked. She looks like she needs medical aid, and very soon. Do you have like? Is there anyone else out there? Says says Varga, the man standing with the pistol. He lowers the pistol away from you. Is there anybody else out there? Is it just you two?
You don't need more than just us.
There's fucking 100 psychopaths out there.
And we made it past them to get here.
Well, what's your
We keep
plan?
our heads
Are
cool.
we going through the front? Because
Well, the first thing you're going to have to do is quiet the fuck down. And keep your cool. We will get you out of here. We will tender this powder keg, and we will all survive this if you will keep your collective shit together.
Why don't you give me a command roll, Sweetman? Let's see how you do.
Why don't I give you a
Let's
command
see
roll?
Let's see how your commanding presence
Let's see
comes
how
into
this.
play.
It's not as good as it needs to be. I need to dump some stat into that on my next XP purchase. I may have oversold it. Right, here we go. Well, I'm going to push that roll because it came up bump. Came up with nothing.
Okay.
And we need to do that. +1 stress roll. And I just gained stress for no good reason. We did not come up with any successes. It's a neutral.
Okay. Well,
He
Sweetman.
is not convinced.
You don't. You try to do that as best you can. Because of that, I need you to roll me a d6. Just a d6. Let me know
Just
what
a
you get.
D6. Drop one in there. It's a 1.
Would you like to go with yours or mine?
You know, let's keep it freaky, man. Let's go with yours.
Okay. As you're saying this, Reyes, the woman, wounded, her eyes open, like veins under the wall, and she starts panicking. And as she's doing, blood is beginning to just open up out of her wounds across her side, and she is bleeding immensely at this point. The man next to her said, calm down, one of you fucking do something, get over here.
We can keep her calm. We've got a doc with us.
I need one of you to make a medical aid roll in this exact moment, or we might have one less guard.
It's probably better you do it, Graves.
Are you sure? My wits is it wits? Medical aid's wits, right?
No, medical aid is an empathy roll.
empathy.
I have a 2 and no medical aid.
Okay.
What do you
Empathy
think?
with
What do
no
you think,
medical
Graves?
aid.
I'm actually better. I'm a 3.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I have 3 stress, so I get those dice.
It's true. It's
You also
true.
have story point.
It's
Do that
true.
in story
I,
point.
Graves
I,
used his.
I use mine. I'm done on story.
You've used
point.
yours already?
Yeah.
I'll use a story point to keep
Okay.
her alive.
Sweetman, you rush over to the wounded guard. There is not much in the way of medical supplies. There's almost nothing left, but you grab some bandages. You've seen some triage and you've seen wounds before. And this, I mean, to be honest with you, Sweetman, being a marshal, you've seen these kinds of wounds before. It looks like she was stabbed probably 10 or 11 times in her side, more than likely by a shiv. With what you have here, you're not going to be able to fix her, but with the story point, well, let me be clear about this. If you use the story point,
Okay.
we can stabilize her, but she's not going to be in any capacity to move or do anything.
Okay. So you want a story point
However-
to keep her alive and a med roll
Yes.
to see if we can move
Well, however, I will allow you to keep the successful roll This is your decision.
Okay.
You can either keep her just stable and unconscious, or you can utilize some bandages that you spot at the last second to stabilize her to the point that she'll be able to move and will be mobile for this next little bit. However, the bandages are covered in some kind of black, tarry substance.
So, if I use those bandages, there's a high likelihood of giving her some kind of infection. one way or
Maybe.
the other.
Maybe not.
And given her previous panicked expressions and Sweetman knows, he's seen that black goo, man. He knows that's no good. He's not going to do that.
Where's he seen the black goo, Sweetman?
In that fucking suitcase.
You did see something in the suitcase. That is true.
He's not going to intentionally put that goop on somebody. I feel like that's a bad idea. I really do feel like that's a bad idea. But she's stable. She just can't be moved.
Yeah. So we're going with that?
Jeez. Is she lucid at all?
No, she's not. She's
so
like panicking.
she has no
as you're moving
agency
over
in
to
her own care at this point.
No, not right now. She doesn't.
What would Sana do?
Sana can't help you.
I killed a guard already.
Sana
Sorry.
can't help me now.
Donna would accidentally kill her. So
Yeah. Oh, oopsie. But it's a guard, so you know. Yeesh. Yeah.
So you stabilize her?
We got it. So this is a many to one trolley problem. It's paramount to get everybody out of here that doesn't need to be in here, and so we can quiet this place down. Shit, I'm gonna go ahead and try bandages.
Okay.
See what happens.
You grab, you see them. They were tucked away. They were underneath kind of like a cubby hole. It looks like as you pull them away, that black kind of substance that's kind of sticking to them seems to be seeping underneath the walls from outside. But you pull it away, you kind of like smudge it as best you can on the floor, and
use
you begin
the cleanest
to wrap
parts.
Yeah, you do use the cleanest parts you can. You begin to wrap, and as you do, as you begin to wrap it, you hear her kind of like, and she begins to calm. She says, she begins whispering.
Uh-oh.
She says, I heard them talking before they grabbed me and they got the rest of the men. They were chanting something, set off black. They kept chanting it over and over again.
The rest of the prisoners?
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
Now listen here, we're gonna get you out of here, and then we'll figure the rest of that out. You don't worry about them.
I actually feel a lot better. If you give me just a little bit, I think I could probably get up.
I don't know.
As she says that, she kind of sits up, but the other guards look shocked. The man next to her that has like the gut wound, he's just like,
This is going to go badly.
Reyes, don't fucking move, Reyes. Are you okay? She sits up and kind of leans back. Yeah, I think I'm good. Varga? Sue? We're getting out of here, guys. And they kind of have this expression on their face that they can't believe what's happening right now.
Neither can we.
We're getting out of here. Yeah.
Not if y'all don't
Okay.
stay calm. Look, we ain't celebrating shit yet. Calm down.
Sue, come on, man. Come on. Varga moves over and goes to drape his arm over his shoulder to help pick him up.
Right.
After
So
a
now we
few
got to come up with
minutes,
a plan on a way to get out of here.
for a few minutes, Corporal Reyes stands up. She appears to be the senior officer between these three men. She looks over at Graves, who's just smeared in blood, dripping from his knife that he's kind of like wiped off on something, I'm sure. You see the woman lying there. She looks down. Are we taking her with us, or is she staying here?
We can't afford to take her. She's gonna stay here.
Okay, I've got nothing left in here. Let's get the fuck out. Come on, boys. Follow me. Looks like we got a marshal, and you've definitely a Marine. Giving us an escort out. How are we getting out?
We came in through a maintenance shaft. Close to the restrooms. Oh, right next to restrooms.
It
Yeah.
was a maintenance duct, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Why didn't we think of that? Those dumb sons of bitches. They were gonna just blast their way out. Okay, good. Great. All right, take us to it. As you go to move to the door, Varga says he has the pistol still. He goes to punch in the code. He says, all right, as you heard on your way in, the door's a little loud. I don't think I'm in any shape to be taking point. If we gotta fight our way out of this.
Yeah. Like it was like deafening. Like it was really loud.
It was a very loud noise.
If we look through the bulletproof glass, does
You
it?
can't see
can't
hardly
see.
anything out there.
Okay. Do we see any movement? At least
Through
maybe.
the cracks and everything, it's hard to tell. You can't tell, not from inside.
Well then. Yeah. I'm just deciding which weapon I should take out.
You tell me, Graves. What are you gonna do?
As of right now, I'm gonna pull out my pulse rifle because I feel like maybe there's gonna be a bunch of guys.
You still have the knife and the silenced pistol.
Sounds pistol. My custom holster.
Pull the off-brand pulse rifle.
Yes, off-brand pulse rifle. Seekson pulse rifle.
Seekson pulse rifle, exactly. Inferior product by far.
Inferior product.
Obviously.
All right. Sweetman, are you bringing up the rear, or are you going right after Graves?
No, I'll bring up the rear since.
Shotgun?
Let's go ahead and bring up the shotgun.
All right, bring up the shotgun. Get it ready.
Keep the other hand, one hand at least, thinking about where that stun grenade is on me.
Okay.
In case we need that, because if we get caught with rioters.
The door. And it slides in. Drake, you immediately kind of push out into the hall, rifle raised, sweeping across. You don't see anyone in your immediate vicinity, but you hear movement and people calling from a distance. You do see a group of prisoners running towards you. Looks to be about 6 of them. Running. The fuck are they? They're making a break for it! They're making a break for it! Screaming, and you hear people waking up and beginning to call and everything as there's a rush of people. It looks like this small group are going to be the first ones to get close to you. I'm assuming are you standing your ground to fight, or are you just going to run towards the maintenance tunnel?
I vote that we chuck and move. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving, fight and move.
Okay.
Yeah. Shooting and moving, moving and
Yeah.
shooting.
All right.
We're definitely going to be throwing some stun grenades.
If you're gonna take a shot, I'm gonna say that you're going to fall slightly behind everyone else as they're moving. If you guys are shooting.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll
Um,
alternate like maybe between Sweetman and myself, like turns. Like one of us will shoot and one of us will.
All right, Graves.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can hold them off, Graves.
Okay.
First one.
So, like, we'll do like a relay where you stop
Yeah.
at the front of the line, the
So
line keeps
Graves
moving, and when I get to
immediately-
you take up the rear, and
Yeah.
Graves immediately takes a shooting, kneeling stance, instinctually, bringing up the rifle. Go ahead and give me some shots, Graves.
Okay.
Full auto, I'm assuming? Just
Full auto.
spray into this mass of inmates running towards you.
we didn't want it to go like this.
Nope. Isn't. No. That'd be. What's my
Saying
range?
kind of
Like, do I
down on
get
what's left
minuses
of
or,
this toothpick.
or pluses because of
This
range?
would be at long range.
Okay,
So,
so what's
long
that?
range is.
So I think it's a minus, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. -2.
Minus 2.
Now you get a +2 for the rifle,
Oh, okay.
so it ends up being a wash.
Okay. Well, then I got 2 successes. Let me roll a stress dice.
Yeah, almost stress dice.
5 and a 3.
All right, so you're good on that. Do you want to sweep between 2 men, or do you want to just do 3 damage to one
Yeah.
person?
Since I'm doing full auto,
So
you know.
you can clip 2
Yeah.
people, and they each take 2.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Right. Graves, you bring up the rifle and spray in. You watch as out of the group of about 6 men that are rushing towards you, the 2 in the front get peppered. Ah! Ah! And they fall. They stumble back. They appear to be still alive, though. They're just glancing wounds, shoulder wounds, things that they're still moving towards you. As you stand up and you're rushing, you're moving with the other people as Sweetman took up the lead to kind of direct everyone towards the grate, which is not very far away. So Sweetman, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
You're the unfortunate one that I rolled a 2 for this, so they're closing the distance. So now they're going to be in medium range,
That's within
and I
shotgun
need
range, though.
you to roll initiative to see if you
All
beat
right.
them to the punch for something.
And that's a D20.
No, yes, D20. Just give me just whatever the roll is.
Whatever the roll is. Is that a 14, my guy?
14. I unfortunately rolled better because lower is better in this game.
Yeah, well, good for you.
All right, Sweetman, this could get interesting. You watch
That's
out
always
of the 6 prisoners, the 2 that are wounded kind of fall back, and you didn't see before that there's someone in the back, and it looks like they bring up what looks like some kind of possibly like a pesticide spray gun of some kind.
Oh,
Who knows where they got it from, but it looks like there's some kind of canister that's been modified to the bottom of it, and there is a flip lighter on the
yeah,
front
it's gonna
of
be
it
some kind of fucking
as they
flamethrower.
as the man begins to tick, 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 and a little flame lights up, and you watch as he says, "Get out of the way, guys!" and he just sweeps a flamethrower across the area here. I do have to make a roll first.
Hopefully, it blows up on him.
He begins to sweep. As he does, it catches the block, the cell next to you, just engulfed in flames, and it doesn't actually get to you because it malfunctions. And then it kind of sputters for a second. Keep going! Go ahead and make a shot, Sweetman.
Yes, I'll be taking a shot with my shotgun. Ranged combat, baby.
Yes, range combat. Normal range, which is a medium range, is just a flat 0. Wait, it's a -1. Excuse me, -1.
Medium range -1, so I got a +2, so I get
So
just a
you're
+1.
Yeah.
All right, so boom, boom. I'll just add my 1 since so add another one there. And all right, with 3 stress and
See how you do, Sweetman.
and 8 other dice.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, come on. It's 1 success and 1 facehugger.
Oh. Well, let's roll. Let's roll for some panic. I will for this situation. I will give you 1 point of stress.
Okay.
Just because of what's happening right now. So go ahead and roll
All right,
for
so
panic.
go ahead and push my panic.
Yeah, and let's see if you keep it together.
You want me to add stress and then panic?
Yes. Add 1 point of stress, and then go ahead and make the panic roll.
Okay, 1 stress, then I panic. That's a 5. Total of 5. I'm keeping it together.
Still keeping it together, Sweetman. Still
I
keeping
got
it
my
together.
cool, baby.
Holy shit!
Sweetman.
However, despite you keeping your cool, you do keep your cool. So
it's
there's
Sam.
no
It's the memory
penalties.
of Sam keeping it.
Still, after the close call with the modified flamethrower, you just unload every shell
That's
that
fair.
you have in the gun. You just boom, 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 just into the crowd.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that's good crowd control.
I will say, you could hit the guy with the flamethrower, and he takes a slug to the chest, and you watch him just fly backwards as you just start unloading, and there's this loud cacophonous blast that just echo around all of you. And you stand up and begin to move towards Graves. As Graves, you move to you make it to the actual duct. Move aside the grate that you kind of slid haphazardly over the opening. Move it to the side and motion for the guards to start piling in. As they begin to pile in one after the other, dropping past you, the wounded man needs to be kind of like slowly dangled in to kind of hunch down. He can't move very quick, and it takes a moment for that to happen. As that happens, you watch as from the block, you hear this noise next to you, Graves, as you look over at one of the cells. And you see a massive man step out of the cell next to you within what would be considered short range. There's a glow from a flickering light nearby that kind of kicks on. His teeth appear to be filed and capped in like scrap metal. His smile is all menace. Scar tissue covers his bare knuckles and forearms from countless brawls. He is gargantuan. He steps out, and in one of his hands, he is dragging behind him the body of what looks like a guard that he has just pummeled into paste, and just kind of drops it nearby, and then menacingly takes a step forward. Ah, Marine, yes. More than a couple, about 20 men step out from behind him out of the cell block nearby and begin to circle up.
I will. Is this the leader dude?
No,
Krieger?
this is not.
No,
This
Krieger.
guy's bigger.
I guess bigger than this guy. Other guy. Okay. All right. And he's in short range. That's not good.
Yep. He flexes his arms a few times. You just see muscle. He's gargantuan.
Can I just? Well, if I throw a stun grenade, will I get caught up in it?
In short range, yes, you will. He sees you kind of struggling. You still have your rifle out. He says, They call me Marco. I let you pass if you can beat me, hand to hand.
Boy.
If not, I let my men drag you through hallway, killed you and your friend.
What's he talking about?
All right. All right.
He's talking
Yeah.
about you, Sweetman.
Yeah.
And Sweetman, as you watch as the other prisoners that were coming from the side, you shot into them and they've kind of like scattered.
Mhm. Um,
There's also the option of just, you could hope that initiative is in your favor, and you could just drop down in the hole and hope they don't
Sure.
follow you out.
Does he mean like hand to hand, or does he mean like
You mean saying
melee? Okay. Like, okay. I will. Of course. Wish it was immediate range. I just chuck this grenade and be like, "Fuck you."
They come basically out of like the nearest cell block. They come out of like the dark cells, like they were in there this whole time.
Okay. So is everyone hiding, or is no one's through the grate yet, though? Right.
So what's keeping you holed up is they are attempting to get the wounded man in underneath right now.
Okay.
So as soon as they get, you'd only need to buy a little bit of time.
I will. Then I will grab. I will stand up and I will sling my rifle behind my back. And give him the old Superman fist cock arm. Yeah.
You're gonna load him up.
Load him up and.
All right. Graves squares up. Sweetman, you look over your shoulder and you see Graves basically shoulder his pulse rifle and take a few steps forward into what looks like a fighting ring that's opening up in the center. And I'm going to need you to roll some initiative, Graves.
Oh, let's go, Graves. Hey, Jack fucking Dawson. Yeah. Oh. Please.
That's bad. 19.
19.
Maybe
To no
he's
one's
natural.
surprise, Iron Tooth Marco is going to be going
Go
first.
first. Yeah.
He sees you light up. He says, "Yes, yes. The rest of you stay out of this, or you will pay dearly to Marco." As he charges you with his fast action, and he's going to try to take his massive right hand and smear you across the ground. So he's going to make a close combat roll. Should you choose to attempt to defend yourself, you can spend a quick action to block.
I will
If you'd like
try to do so. Yes.
Okay. Let's see what you got, Graves.
All right. I got one success and stress. 1 second. And we both got stress for that flamethrower, or did we?
Yeah, you both would have.
Or was it just okay?
You both would have. It was a surprise flamethrower moment.
Okay. I got another success on the stress, so that's 2 success.
So you actually beat him in close combat because he only had 1 success. So I think
block
you
it.
can I think you can not just block it. I think with an extra success, I think you can reverse it.
Oh.
Let me make sure. No, I don't want vehicle combat.
I don't know what the successes are for
Here it is, close combat.
close combat.
Blocking. Counterattack. Yeah, counterattack. Your fists are considered 1 damage.
All right.
So he moves
What
in
about
with
my
a-
metal fist? You know.
Oh, you bastard. I'll give you 2 damage for it.
Hell yeah, you will, bro.
Damn
Hell yeah, you will.
it. He comes in with just like a haymaker, just over the top, and you duck underneath and just straight up to the jaw. And he stumbles back. And it's at this when he gets close, you see that there's actually like chain wrapped around each of his fists. Okay. He takes 2 damage to the jaw, stumbles back. It is you're still in engaged range, but it is your turn. All you have is your slow action.
Alright. I'm gonna attack him.
All right, go on the offensive, Graves. Let's see how you do. He can't defend himself because he used both of his actions to close and try to fight you.
All right, I've got 1 success. Let me see stress.
Don't panic.
Sorry.
This fight.
I'm not using dice. I'll use a dice roller. I did get a fail in the panic or the stress.
Oh
Stress.
no.
Stress.
Make a panic roll. Let's see if you keep it together.
So I roll a d6, right?
Yeah, D6 and
D6.
then add the amount of stress you have to the roll.
Okay. All right, that's 2 plus 3 would be 5.
No, you're
And then,
good.
okay.
Yeah, if it's under 6, you're keeping it together.
Okay.
But you do connect 2 damage to the solar plexus. A heavy hit. That's the bottom of that round. Go back to the top of the round. Sweetman, are you doing anything in the meantime?
Have all the other folks made it through the grate and into the tunnel?
At the top of this round,
Yeah.
everybody's going to be able to pass down to the tunnel. You'd be the last one. Are you going to stick around to see what happens with Graves, or are you going in?
I can't leave Drake behind. That would be, but also God, I can't help him because it's
I mean,
It's
you
like
could,
Kumite,
you could
you know,
open
I
up
mean-
fire on everyone else.
that's true. Well, I have to
Well,
reload
actually,
my
you
gun
can't because you have to reload your gun. You
So why don't
you
I
could
do
reload
that?
your gun right now? Yeah.
Yeah, let me reload my
And we can over
gun.
there,
and then
it takes a slow
we'll
action
take-
to reload.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
so
reload my
you're,
gun.
You're -1 reload now.
You gave us 2, right?
Yeah, you got 2.
Yeah.
So you begin to reload the gun. Graves, to no one's surprise,
He's attacking.
Iron Tooth Marco is going to try to grab you, actually.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't grab you. Maybe. We'll see. Are
Okay.
you going to try to defend yourself?
I will try to defend myself.
Okay.
So quick action. And 2 successes on the regular roll.
Are you doing panic roll? Let's see how you did.
Let's see. One second. Oh shit. 2 successes on the panic roll. On the stress roll. So that's 4 successes. I have 3. It's pretty good.
He goes in. It looks like he's going to grab you, like Zangief style. He's like,
Yes.
like trying to grab you. You get a counterattack. How are you going to put it? How are you going to put Marco down, Graves?
I'm gonna I'm gonna as he's trying to like
Yeah, he's trying to
engulf me,
like engulf you with just his
I'm gonna
bulk. He's trying to grab
push I'm gonna push in, like lower my body, and then I'm just gonna do a rising uppercut just right underneath.
you.
under his
very,
chin.
very Street Fighter.
Yeah, very strict, very guile, very guile, Once he gets knocked down, I turn around to pull out comb and comb my hair, you know.
Oh
and-
God, I hate it. you hit him under the jaw, and his feet leave the floor, and then he just boom slams back on the corridor. The men that were with him were shocked. Holy shit! They're kind of stunned. As Marco's laying there, you hear him chuckling as he's down. He's just like, I like you, soldier man.
I'm just gonna say, hello, fight, and I'm gonna turn around and as quickly be running straight towards the grate.
As you move towards the grates, Sweetman following by, you hear quick movement behind you. It looks like the men were rushing, and Marco puts a hand up. No, I am a man of my word. They all kind of stop and watch as you pass into the grate. And because you laid out Marco, you have plenty of time to reseal it so that they cannot follow you immediately afterwards. You drop down in, and because of your previous successes with your heavy machinery roll, seal the grate back in place and resume to follow out the guards. And that is a good place for us to take our first break.